Let's get it going.
So hello everyone, it is Rachel K and I'm sitting here with Donovan the Black Yule Brenner Sadiq. And it is a very cold, chilly Sunday afternoon, and I want to say hello to everyone on all the podcasts, and hello to YouTube. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe to this channel for more insightful commentary. Into Facebook, the Ride or Die audience, the other side of the conversation. Thank you so much for being here. Also, a big giant thank you to Donovan for everything he does behind the scenes, and Marcus Guyton for everything he does in helping to spread the message. I want to just say a big thank you to everybody. And as always, it is the purpose of the Demetra K Show to promote Black love, knowledge, and understanding of all the things that go on in the Black community. And forgive me, you guys, I'm kind of cold, so my teeth are going to chatter a little bit until I warm up. And so we're going to talk about a whole host of things today. I went live on Friday because I hadn't done it in a while. Donovan was busy. I was busy. So, but we got a lot of stuff to cover. And I just want to say to you guys on Facebook, if you have anything that you want to talk about, please bring it up. Because as I said, we miss a whole lot of stuff, because a lot of stuff go on throughout the week. And Donovan and I can't catch it all. So if you guys want to talk about something, please feel free to bring it up. But the topic of today is, are Black people going to survive the coronavirus? Now, obviously, that's a very loaded question because we know, and I've seen the memes going around that, well, as long as Black people got our ginger ale, Robitussin, and what else? Castor oil. We good. But I'm talking, obviously, a little bit deeper than that. Also, we're going to talk about politics. And just to kind of start to give everybody a chance to come on here before we really get into the topic, did you guys see the video of Oprah Winfrey taking a tumble?
Yes. Yeah, them butter biscuits was too buttery.
You know, like ordinarily I wouldn't laugh at anybody for slipping and falling, but I just could not get enough of that yesterday, simply because, I remember my mom always saying, the bigger you are, the harder you fall. Now, obviously, Oprah being very big and a lot of things that she's doing financially, just, a guru to a whole lot of stuff. She's running around thumbing her nose at everybody,
untouchable.
Kobe Bryant, all right, Michael Jackson, Russell Simmons, and a whole host of people. And as she's talking about balance and things like that, I probably saw the video 25 times, just cracking up. And so, of course, like I said, ordinarily I wouldn't laugh at anybody, but I just thought, wow, karma was not playing with her yesterday. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started. All right. So are Black people going to, and we're going to talk about politics too. So are Black people going to survive the coronavirus? Now, I don't know, but what I mean by that is we know that the coronavirus has taken a very big toll on something like, she fell on the stock market. It says that it has taken the biggest decline since 2008.
Over 2,000 points and falling.
Yeah. Since 2008,
I inherited a mess. But before he was like, "That's me. The stock market is me. The economy is me."
Right.
Now he don't want to take credit for the economy.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
So it's dropped about 11.5 points, the biggest drop since 2008. The financial crisis there. What else have we here? So the coronavirus, for those of you guys do not know, it is a flu. A flu that is very deadly in its strain, not like the ordinary flu, but it's very deadly. It has affected about 90,000 people worldwide. So far, about 3,000 deaths, and we had one the other day in Washington, D.C. I think it was Thursday. So it is coming closer and closer. There's quite a few within Orange. So I'm in California. We're in California. Quite a few detected cases of coronavirus in Orange County, Los Angeles, Riverside. So it's starting to affect a lot of people.
Well, in Riverside especially, one of the first planes that came out of Wuhan, Ground Zero, landed right here at Mars Force Space in a major population center. So after 14 days, not knowing how long this thing is incubated, they let all those people go, and who knows where they went.
Right, and so, more than likely it's spreading. And so in 2008, the stock market crashed to the tune of 18%. And as I said, the coronavirus is causing the stock market now to crash to the tune of about 11.5%. And so it's getting worse. Last week was the worst week ever for the stock market since 2008. And so they're saying that it's going to get worse. to the tune of the chairman, the federal chair, is thinking about slashing the interest rates in March to try to balance it out a little bit. And so it's going to get worse because they don't really have a containment on the virus or a way to really kind of figure out how to. So they're trying to contain it, like, so they being the United States are closing off borders and stuff like that. But for the most part, they don't know who has it, where they are, and all. So it's kind of a mess right now. So what's going on is, and why the stock market is not crashing, but declining, if you will, is because there's big travel bans everywhere. As a broken supply chain, manufacturing is kind of all over the place. And so when there's the
gas prices are going to go up.
Yeah. And so when the supply chain is broken, manufacturing is at an all-time low, guess what? People can't work. And so it's actually going to trickle down to everybody.
And then Trump is going to use that as his excuse to why the economy isn't as great as it could be.
Right. Well, it's just the fact. Those things are freaking people out. Product can't move. People can't move. And so therefore it's going to start to, if not already, start to affect quite a few people. And so how does that tie into us specifically as Black people? Well, we know that we're already doing worse than everybody else. So they say when America catches the cold, Black people catch the flu.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
So literally, right? Now we know that Black people are strong and resilient, so we may not be harmed necessarily by the coronavirus itself, but we will be affected by the aftermath of the coronavirus. And so, speaking of something in terms of money, we know that Black people earn about $1.3 trillion annually, but we give 97% of that away. We don't have, I'm going to say overall, we don't have any businesses. Our dollar circulates 6 hours in our community before it leaves. And so Andrew Yang also talked about what AI is going to be doing to the Black community. We see AI coming in every which way. So when there's AI, especially in companies, that means that there's the jobs go away. So let's take a plant or a factory, for example. The more automation they have, the less bodies they need. If you guys have gone into Walmart or any other grocery store, you've probably seen a lot of the self-checkouts. Those jobs used to belong to humans. And it's just the fact, Black people, we disproportionately or predominantly, I guess you could say, work in factories, the service industry, and things like that.
The low-level jobs.
And so those jobs are going away. And
wow, it's kind of the same as in Africa, the people that work in the low-level jobs there.
Yeah, well, I mean, it is what it is. And so when you have a coronavirus that's stopping the supply chain and manufacturing, well, who works mostly, I don't know if mostly, but a lot of us in those jobs. And so that means that potentially we're going to start to get laid off and hours cut and things like that. And so it is going to affect us even more. Now, Black people, we cannot afford to be affected anymore. And then you want to tie in something like political season. So we'll go ahead and start talking about it all.
Do you know what a cold piece is? Some of these employers are saying, don't come to work, but they don't want to pay you. If you feel that you're sick because of the coronavirus, they're like, don't come to work, but they don't want to pay you.
Well, because, I mean, what can you do, though? You know what I'm saying? Unless you have sick time, take your sick time.
Well, what I'm saying as an employer, I'd be like, well, I would rather have you go home and pay you for the time that you're out rather than you come into my business and then more people.
That sounds good in utopia.
Yeah,
however,
right.
A lot of businesses don't have money to just say, hey, you're sick, stay home, we're going to pay you. Some companies do it, but overall they don't.
Well, D, whenever you want to take time, I let you take time.
You don't let me do nothing. I'm gone. So the coronavirus is potentially, if it gets worse, and they say that it is going to get worse, it's going to affect Black people. Somebody at your dog? Oh, it's your dog. Okay, I thought somebody was at the door. It's like, it's a coronavirus. So it's going to affect us if it hasn't already. And so we need to figure out some solutions as to how to stop the bleeding, if you will, because as I said, Black people, we can't afford to have anything else adverse happen to us, right? Like, this is the last thing we need to happen to us because we need to try to get ahead of the ball. But the other part of that is we need to start unifying. We're always going to talk about that. We need to start unifying. We need to start practicing group economics. We need to start building and owning and controlling our own businesses.
That's Coco, the dog next door.
Why are you calling me, whoever you are? Why are you calling me? You see I'm on live already. Like, what do you want?
You beautiful African queen. How can I make you? I can worship you. Where can I meet you? What club are you bouncing the good stuff at?
San Bernardino.
Right.
So anyway, I apologize, you guys. So like, we can't afford anything else to happen to us. We are going to have to, we're going to have to save ourselves at this point, because as we see now, we are in political season. Everybody and their mama and their grandmama is vying for the black vote.
Let me speak on it. Go ahead.
I mean, I'm saying they are buying the vote. They the Steyer cat? He was twerking something with Juvenile, you know. So everybody ain't twerking. They buying them, but they doing a whole host of things.
They got to get that black vote
to get our vote, right? But again, as we know, specifically speaking to Democrats, because we know Republicans aren't going to do nothing for us. So that's not a secret. But they're not necessarily trying to get our vote. It would be nice if they can get it. But they're not trying to get our votes like the Democrats are getting them. And so this really is, black people are in a really good spot, if you think about it, to try to get something for our votes, because the Democrats know they can't win without us. And so if we factor all those things together, that we are low on the totem pole in regards to everything, including or adding, in addition to now the coronavirus is going to affect us. This is going to, you can argue me if you want to, but it's going to affect us. We're in a position to try to get something back for our votes.
Yes.
Right? And so let me get to you guys' comments. I hope I covered everything. If not, we'll continue to talk about it. But I just wanted to, make sure that we are aware of, we have yet another thing that's going to harm us.
Adversity that's put in front of us.
Harm us financially, and just when there's no money, there's despair.
How many of you guys heard of, remember the Pebbles and Bam Bam show? They had a character on there called Bad Luck Schlepp Rock. Well, that woozy woo woo. That guy.
Well, that's us, okay?
We always have that cloud over our head,
Yeah, just like, my goodness. And so I'll get to you guys' comments. Yeah. And so once again, hey, Lori. And Sydney says, hey, fam, what's happening? And Sydney says 48 what? 48 degrees where you're at?
Probably.
It's like really cold. It's like, I'm freezing. But I can't have too many clothes on, because then I start to get hot.
And then Al's watching, so whenever Al watches, it's something that y'all got going on. I don't know.
Sydney says, why is Donovan trying to look sharp?
Hey, man.
Donovan's always looking sharp.
I do.
I see you got your American pin lapel on.
Yes. I got to look, official.
Officially what? Crazy?
Yes.
Got it. And then Lori said, oh, my God, yes. And Monica, yes, she
fell.
Oprah bit the dust.
I mean, and the thing is,
Oprah bit the dust.
Yeah, and what was funny was, she was walking perfectly fine, and it's just like her feet, like somebody like Michael just tripped her in his ghost spirit and just said, get the fuck out.
He said, you've been doing wrong.
Right. You want to be starting something?
Yes, Cindy, you have to see it. It was,
It was, I mean, for all the cooning that she's been doing, it was funny to see her just fall, because you're like...
It was just almost like, because you don't want to wish bad on nobody, but it's like, if that ain't what you get, I don't know what is.
Exactly.
That's something like that, And Tay says, black folks will survive. We have ginger ale and BC powder. We'll be fine. Right,
yes.
Okay. So Nancy, you're saying that's the actual title of the coronavirus.
COVID-19.
Yeah, And what's happening, Wayne says, really?
Yep.
Yes. And hey, Monica says, if we take proper precautions, I think we may be safe. It's been around for many years. They act like it's a new virus. It's a stronger strain.
Right.
So well, black people are resilient. Hell, if we can survive slavery,
exactly.
we can survive a flu.
Exactly.
We talk about financially.
Yeah, mass, capitulation of our population. But when they kept saying coronavirus, I said, God, I've heard of this before.
Yeah, I mean, it's not new.
Now, no. The reason why I heard it before is because, I'm an animal lover, and that is a symptom that dogs get in their intestines.
Oh.
coronavirus is prevalent in dogs.
Okay.
So
yeah, well, they said, and then they also said, so if people are wondering how does this coronavirus come about, they said it is directly from animal to human. So and it said that some people were eating some stuff they wasn't supposed to be and interacting. So that's how it came about to where it is now. Yeah. It was animals to human contact somehow.
Right. So
and then and City says the death was in Washington State, not D.C. Okay. Oh, okay, cool. Thank you for the clarification. And you also say, and in the CDC and the NIH does not know how the virus is being spread. Well, I heard on NPR is pretty credible, that they're saying that it was animal to human somehow. So that's what I heard.
It's prevalent in dogs. It's a common thing in dogs. So.
And Monica says, I don't understand why they're allowing people to self-containment. I don't trust that. Well, from what I understand, a while back they were saying if you were a citizen of the United States, you could self-contain. But if you were coming from somewhere else, then they would automatically detain you or contain you, if you will, for 14 days. And I don't know if that's changed, but that's the way it was a couple of weeks ago.
Which doesn't make any sense, because if you self-contain yourself and you got a family, you're actually spreading it because it's airborne.
Well, they probably already got it anyway, if you're together. And again, if you guys are in the watch parties, please come over to this page and comment so I can see your comment. And thank you, Marcus.
Yeah, and always remember, even if it's just a regular flu, whatever, a lot of people don't do this, especially us, with the Robitussin and all that other bullshit we be doing. Open your windows in your house.
Yeah, let some air get
Let some air and filter the air through the house. That will make the stuff... You'll recover faster.
Right.
So, and change your sheets and stuff. So.
And Abdullah, you say coronavirus attacks your respiratory system is mostly airborne. People with the acidic diet that eat a lot of meat are done. Demetra, get you some elderberries. I do take that. It helps a little bit. But what I had a couple of weeks ago, I don't know what that was. But I do take elderberry, the syrup. And he says it keeps the respiratory flush. The coronavirus can't harvest in an alkaline diet with the respiratory system full of elderberries.
Okay.
Yes. My daughter and I do take that. It's a little bit on the expensive side, but it's natural.
Okay, next time you guys go, make sure you get me a bottle.
Well, we had it in Africa. We were
I remember.
I
remember. I remember.
Hey, Mike, it says coronavirus isn't race specific. It let me see more before I go.
Exists in every race.
It says it affects every race. The virus will affect all races, from losses of jobs, family members, and homeless. The homeless will be affected more rapidly than any other population. So no, correct. I'm not saying it's like, hey, there are some black people. Let's get them. I'm not saying that. I'm saying, speaking in terms of financially.
Yeah, and disproportionately, we have a weaker immune system because we have terrible diets and all that other stuff. So it should spread fast among us.
I'm not even speaking, because I'm not a doctor, so I can't speak upon who it's going to affect more. But I'm speaking of financially, and just trying to really tie it into the stock market. Because there's a trickle-down effect that way. You don't, not like the Reaganomics or where they're saying it was going to trickle down. I ain't talking about like that. I'm talking about the bullshit is going to trickle down.
Right, and trickle-down economics does work. The problem is, once the rich people get the money, they don't trickle it down.
Right, they lock the doors.
Yeah, they lock the door. Right, so it does work.
Drip.
Right. So...
and Tay says, let me make sure. And you guys, I'm going to say this too. Sometimes I don't see all of you guys' comments for whatever reason. I don't know if it's something Facebook is doing.
Yeah, it's an algorithm in the Facebook thing.
Something's going on where I don't see the comments from my end. So I apologize. And
But we're reading everything we say.
But if you notice that I missed it, maybe just try to copy and paste it. I don't know. I'm sorry, you guys. And then Tay says, FYI, Mayor Pete has dropped out of the... Wow.
Yes!
He's dropped out of
the race. The guy couldn't galvanize one black person. That's sad.
Wow. Because, I mean, there were a lot of people hanging their hats on Mayor Pete.
Well, those 41 billionaires or whatever, people, he's having his wine cave in his wine cave.
Yeah, but I mean, hell, the Super Tuesday is, 2 days from now?
Elizabeth Warren, I don't want any super PAC money, whatever, and then she takes the super PAC money? We're going to get to that later.
Well, at that point in time, she did. Yeah. Now she did. You know, wow. Well, that's Anthony. What a revelation. Yeah. You know, it's weird. Someone was telling me he was going to drop out, and lo and behold... and now I bet you he's going to bootlick for Biden now. Well, not yet. Can't have Bernie. All trying to be VP now, you know. And Hannah says, we survive everything. Damn Absolutely. Right. Damn right. Listen, we ain't going nowhere. But listen, like, while we here, let's not suffer any more than we got to. Yes. You know? Yes. Look. It's so bad here. Aliens don't come down here anymore. They're like, leave them white folks alone. And if we can survive that,
We can survive anything.
Yes, and Nancy says, Lysol spray. I sent Donovan an article about March Air Force Base contamination.
Yeah.
Yes, and then I don't know what this name says, but hello there. He says, we heard that Bill Gates gave Africa $5 million to fight coronavirus. I did hear that. I think it was a little more, but yeah, they're saying that he did do that. But in all fairness, Bill Gates does a lot of philanthropy work to Africa and to Black people in America. So if that, is helpful information for you. Hey, Russell, what's happening? He says, how do we know it's really a virus? How do we know it's not really 5G? What's 5G?
5G. Isn't that the cell phone network?
Is that the
No, I don't know. I'm just saying. I don't know.
We don't want to speculate. So what's 5G, Russell? And Sydney, you say there are 4 cases now without contact, thinking it's mutated. Who knows? I mean, all I can say is wash your hands and cover your mouth.
That's the biggest thing. Take some hand sanitizer with you. I mean, today I got up early. Not that my house is contaminated, but I did all the doorknobs and bleached everything
out. Bleach up in this mug, okay?
So, just to
make sure.
Make sure everything's good.
Right. Hey, Donna, and the hair, by the way, is like, woohoo! And you say, crushed garlic, nature's antibiotic, chase it with a pineapple juice for odor control. Man, I'm going to tell you one thing about some garlic cloves. I took one day and I almost died. I literally hit the floor. My daughter's like, you're so dramatic. I was like, no, I would never do that again. But yeah, I've heard garlic works wonders. It just,
right.
And then Abdullah, you say, get the actual elderberries and stop taking syrup. You can't be serious, Demetria. Shaking my head. Get the elderberries that are cooked and dark colored. That's what I had.
Do you know how much elderberries cost here in California?
I had to, trust me. Demetria rarely eats anything that's not good for her.
Yes.
Okay, I said, maybe not rarely, but I mostly eat things that are good for me. And so if it comes down to something like cough syrup, it's going to be organic and natural. I actually got it from the health food store.
Absolutely. Did you hear Trader Joe's owner died?
Really?
Yeah, he died, I think yesterday.
R.I.P. to Joe. Hey, Jonelle, what's happening? It says, peace to God.
Hey.
And Tay says, just wash your hands and clean your surfaces. Yeah. I mean, that's really all I can say. Just be clean, like sometimes, because I don't see any more comments, but I can be like, and I'm like a paranoid person. As I've gotten older, I'm paranoid. Like sometimes I can be in a public restroom, which I hate to use. I only use public restrooms if I have no other choice. And it seems like every time I'm in there, I'll hear somebody flush the toilet and Watusi right by the sink and go right out the door.
It reminds me of that episode of White Chicks. Remember, Marlon had he had the lactose thing and he was farting and stuff on the toilet and the girls were like...
But it's like, but not to wash your hands.
Yeah.
So the point that I'm making is why I'm paranoid.
That happens a lot in the men's restroom, believe it or not.
Where are those people going? Are they going to perhaps go cook somebody's food somewhere? I mean, where are they going with these dirty hands?
Yeah, and actually in California, they post signs. It's a law.
That don't mean nothing.
I know it don't mean nothing, but I'm just showing you. Obviously, for them to make it a law, it's a problem.
Yeah, but so the point, so... Like, wash your hands because that's where a lot of germs and diseases spread.
You're touching and dirty. Right, you're touching things and you're shaking people's hands and putting your hands where they're not supposed to be.
My hands
you know what
be where they supposed to be.
I'm about like men, they're getting the fingers. Feeling on some cootie booty.
That ain't clean.
Yeah, exactly. So you brothers in the strip clubs, matter of fact, go through a ultraviolet ray. Put your hand in there.
The thrill is gone, brother. You got to be doing all of that. And Sydney, you say, nope, don't use hand sanitizers. Use soap and water, bleach, and water. Yeah, I mean, they say the hand sanitizer. Hand sanitizers helps if you don't have soap.
If you don't have water, right? And that's the reason.
Ultimately, you want to wash your hands, and they say bleach. Is not really as effective as peroxide. Because I use peroxide, with water bottom peroxide, and I spray my surfaces. I use bleach too, if I really need to.
My mama told me, use that vinegar.
Vinegar too. I use that too, yeah.
Yeah, vinegar.
And Abdulia says, garlic kills your white blood cells and red blood cells. That's why you're feeling like that, Demetra. That was a long time ago when I ate the garlic.
Yeah, she's been vegan for a while now.
It said garlic kills the good stuff in your body. Please don't take it. It won't do anything. Well, I would say this because there's a lot of people who are alkaline diet and some people are not. So, I mean, to me, I just feel like, because most of my diet is alkaline. I go, just even without me thinking, I go to the store. Most of the stuff I buy is alkaline. I don't eat 100% alkaline, admittedly. But I just think if you eat the best you can, you know, whole fruits and vegetables, you know, less processed foods as possible, plenty of water and the good stuff, I think you'll be fine. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm not 100% alkaline, but I would say most of my diet is alkaline. Okay. And then, Russell, you say 5G is the new information frequency. It's extremely harmful to all life forms and can cause illness that mimic viruses, cancer, and death. Okay. I think I read something about that not too long ago. Somebody was as a video or something going around on Facebook. Somebody was posting, but I have to look more into it. And Jamie, you say we good because we wash our hands and don't eat everyone's food. You ain't lying. I'm good. That's why it's good to be a vegan, because you can say, "Oh, you know, that looks very good," but I'm a vegan. I can't eat that.
Wait, what you mean? I can't have no auntie's chitlin loaf. You gotta have that chitlin loaf. That's
especially can't have no auntie's chitlin loaf. No, thank you. Well, hot sauce kill everything, that's right, baby.
Black people eat everything but the oink,
and even sometimes they eat that shit.
Right.
And Marcus, you say, I believe that the coronavirus is nothing more than a test run by the government officials, Propecia population control. I used to not be that paranoid, but anything is possible at this point. No, I'm with you. I don't think it's paranoid. I think it's plausible.
Yeah. Do you guys remember when 9/11 happened and they had that color alert thing and they would make it go to red and then green
and orange?
And what they were doing was, that is a subliminal thing to put you in fear.
Yeah.
To like turn the switch on and then turn it off. So Marcus, I would agree with you. It could be a test run.
I mean, it really could be, but it's like, are any of us prepared to survive? And let's say it does become a pandemic. Are we out?
It is a pandemic. That's what it becomes. Yeah,
I'm saying bigger than it is. Yeah. You know, I'm talking about pandemic and like zombies running around and stuff like that, and people to the point to where people are really just freaking out to death. So, are we prepared to survive that?
You know how many guns I got in the house? I'm ready to survive.
What, you gonna shoot some virus cells or something?
When that comes at me, pow! Just like The Walking Dead. They're done.
But honestly, are we as black people prepared to survive that? I think that's a fair question to ask. I mean, you know, for those of us who own stocks, we saw our stocks do some things this week. It's
they were up. I mean, they were up high that week prior.
It was like,
woo! And then my military stock took a 59% dive.
Ain't that some mess?
59% dive.
Yeah.
I'm just like, wow.
You know, but you know, for those of you who play the stock market, you know, just hang in there.
It's the long game.
Buy low because it's low. A lot of stocks are low.
Marijuana stock right now, you got two of them, Hexo and Aurora, $1.
And I be buying.
I bought $500 this morning.
Just be buying.
I bought $500 worth this morning.
And let's see.
Think about it. Even if it goes to $2, you double your money back.
Right. And Donna's is laughing at chitlin loaf. Yeah.
You gotta have that chitlin loaf.
And then Sydney says coronavirus is not new. This is a new strain.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a stronger strain.
It's a stronger strain is what it is.
Yeah, because I believe they say 12% of the annual flu is coronavirus.
Right. Exactly. And so, as with most flus, there's no antibiotic. There's no I guess it has to go away on its own. I guess, but if it gets worse, that's when you're in trouble. A lot of people die of the flu every year. But this sounds like it's something that's far worse. So, just hope you don't get it.
Exactly.
Just, do the things you're supposed to do. You wash your hands and...
it's funny. I'm getting ready to go back to Asia, to my, Okinawa and Korea and the Philippines. Everybody's like, oh my God, the coronavirus. And a lot of my friends, we were supposed to go as a high school thing. A lot of them, I think, canceled. I'm going to go. Everybody's like, well, don't go. It's like, the coronavirus is here too. So
you're going to be over there and going to be like, dark meat. You're going to be the only one over there.
No, well, look, when I get to the Philippines, there won't be any competition. The girls will be so desperate to make money. And I'll be like, yes.
Yeah, but they're going to be covered in plastic.
I'll be bringing my Glad bag, steel belted. Come back with a wife.
Marcus says, but why is Mike Pompeo in Africa in the red means several countries for wanting the land back that white people stole, threatening their economy and everything, and no one is talking about it.
Secretary of State, idiot and dishonorable former soldier Mike Pompeo is over there trying to tell the Africans that giving the land back to the to the Afrikaners is the right thing to do. Like, don't kick the white people off their land. No, no, he has to.
How are you going to be over there telling them what to do?
Right, exactly.
Get your ass on. Take your ass back home.
Exactly.
But yeah, you're right. People should be talking about that, but people are talking about other things.
Yeah, well, the sad thing is, we've been talking about it for over a year. When that issue even came up, you would be surprised, Marcus, at how many people, me and Dimitri were talking about it before we came on air, we're just so deficiently ignorant of things that are going to affect us down the road or currently that we should know.
Yep. And hey, Jamie, he says, I'm taking my ash. He said, my ash over my white friends, on my ass over my white friend's house. He's ready.
There you go. There you go.
Ready. Mm-hmm. You better hope he let you in. But
exactly.
We was cool up until,
My mama always said that. Yeah, you friends and stuff until the shit hits the fan.
I would let you win, Jamie, but
Yeah, you know how it is. Bro.
Yeah. And Tate says, I think some of us will be able to survive.
Yeah, I mean,
but see, this because I had this conversation with somebody a while back when Karl Marx and Frederick Engels says, through the Communist Manifesto, there's going to come a time when the working class, the proletariat, are going to rise up against the machine, which is the rich, the ones who own the means of production.
Every time.
And so this girl was like, oh, well, I got an alarm system. Ain't nobody going to come in there. I said, okay, that alarm system might work for a minute, but what's going to happen when you have 50, 100 people or so at your door? You think that alarm system is going to keep them out?
Wait. Forget that. She has an alarm system, right? Remember when I was wiring my house up?
Yeah.
All it takes is a button to shut that shit down.
Okay. Woo.
Right. You know what I mean? How do you know they haven't set these things up to where they can shut your system down, open your gates, and they let the people walk in?
And so that's what I'm saying. So, yes, some people will be all right, but I'm saying if this thing takes over, will you be all right?
And think about this. We're at the population now in the world is 9 billion. You know what? I think we need a good cleansing. This planet needs an enema.
Do the purge.
Yeah, just purge it out. Seriously.
The alarm sound.
Seriously, these animals have no place to go. We're just destroying the planet. Did you see that article where the Antarctica went to 65 degrees?
Yes, I did.
Come on now. Come on.
The crazy.
All you got to do is say jobs, and people are willing to just devastate wildlife and just whole species communities.
Which is what happened over there in Australia when they had those giant wildfires. People over there just doing what they do. And Jonelle says those face masks are made
in China.
Are made in China anyway. They have a vaccine for the coronavirus ready for profit at their leisure. Also, the sales for the Corona beer has dropped. Ain't that some mess? Dropped.
I posted that.
It's definitely a test run that they're running with just like the other, like Ebola.
Yeah.
What happened to Ebola?
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Remember when Ebola was like,
oh, it's coming. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
And you know it's bullshit when, one of the first people they flew out of the ground zero to here was right outside my house, at the March Air Reserve Base. If this thing is such a bad strain, why is it that the people that receive these people didn't have the proper equipment to receive them?
Yeah, because most of those people end up getting it. Oops.
Yep, give it a second. It's still there. There you go.
And Cindy says, buy some Virex. He said, buy some Virex plus hospital cleaning solution. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but, eventually, will they run out? Because they said they had a mask shortage at one point in time.
Well, it was funny. Like, whenever I go to Home Depot and stuff, Lowe's or something,
hey,
they always had an abundance of masks. Could this be a test run to say, we're going to make this thing selling out of the woodworks?
See, that's why I don't be hanging around like no damn way, okay? Mm-hmm. Son, what's happening? It says, I don't know any black cases yet. Which, come on, man. There's a coronavirus, we ain't messing with them Negroes.
Yeah. Well, one advice I would give you got to remember, it attacks a weak immune system. So
right.
if you're, it's like me. I have a low white blood count. Mm-hmm. That's a weak immune system. But you got to do what you got to do.
And I have gotten sick a lot because I found out that I'm lacking vitamin D. Shut your mouth.
Okay, Al. We got to fly executive producer Al Jackson.
And so that affects my immune system. I'm waiting for it. They need a supply out of it. So anyway, Al says, all this talk about the coronavirus is making me sick. No pun. But yes, just stay clean, y'all. Be smart. Yeah, just be clean. Wash your ass and your hands.
Now, some of us that are in the hood.
You know what? I don't care what nobody says. The hood is cleaner than people make it seem.
No, exactly.
Because black people, what we gonna do for the most part is be clean. Okay, we don't be clean.
It used to be.
No, we clean.
I've seen some of these newer kids, and I'm like,
because they mamas and them is dropping the ball. But
right.
Anyway, that's a long story. And Russell says, I don't trust anything the media tells us. They will never tell us what's really going on. 90% of the media outlets are owned by a handful
6 families.
Of people.
Yeah, 6 families.
And they are all synchronized and they're propaganda. Absolutely.
Well, Russell, and you know what you're saying is absolutely correct, because if you turn the channel from, let's say there's a news story, and you turn it to Fox, it says exactly the same thing that CNN said. It said exactly the same thing as MSNBC. It says exactly as your local news says. It's the same thing. So, yeah, you're absolutely right.
Mm-hmm. And Jonelle says, we got to recognize the agenda to call the population out of fear. White genetic annihilation is in full effect. All these pop-up diseases is just evidence. Absolutely. I mean, it's all... I'm not one to say, oh, you guys, there's no such thing as a conspiracy theory. And not even that it's a conspiracy. I think it's probably really happening, But a lot of times we're just taught to think, oh, they would never do that to us.
Well, it'll go away, according to the idiot president. It'll go away. Yeah. It's a hoax.
Well, why don't he roll around with some coronavirus thing?
And for all my Trumpsters out there that are watching this and stuff, your president cut that budget by, 20-something percent? Mm-hmm. So there you go. I mean, and it's really sad when things that are for the general good of the public get cut out of the budget. That should never be cut. Well, but we give all this money to the military.
It's all part of the plan. Though.
Yeah, but we give all this money to the military.
Right.
And now, after 19 years of fighting a war, we signed a peace treaty and we didn't even win.
You mean with the Taliban?
Yeah. It's just all that death and destruction to just walk out.
We cool now? All right,
just walk out.
Cool.
Trillions of dollars that could have been spent right here.
Right. And Jonelle says the purge is happening. Clearly, it's just not a movie. No, absolutely.
Right? This is real life, brother.
I totally am with you on that one. And Donna says beer has a long shelf life. Time to buy some cases on sale.
Yes.
Okay, better be happy. Right. I don't drink. I think about it sometimes. Though, like, ooh, tonight is the night I'm gonna get bent.
Well, that's when Al comes over. So, y'all put on that. I think I better let it go. But you said close the door.
No, it's wow. Okay. Marcus, you say, I have my cousin Tremaine here with me, and he seriously wants to know what are safe investments right now with the stock market being so low that will pay off big later. He is $350. He has $350 to invest right now. Now, where should he put that, and how should he break it on down, Donovan?
Well, I said a little earlier. Right now, the marijuana stock, Hexo and Aurora, is $1 per share.
Yeah.
I mean, even if the thing goes up to $2, if you invest now and it goes to $2, which it will, it's going to bounce back. You've doubled your money right there, and you can pull out. Mm-hmm. So that's today. This morning, I bought $500 worth of share, $250 between the two stocks, because we're just waiting on the federal government. We're just waiting on the federal government.
I bought some the other day too.
Yeah, to do their thing.
Yesterday, as a matter of fact, I was like, oh.
Yeah, to do its thing. The government stocks, the defense industry stocks, they've taken a hit because it's gone down. But the marijuana stocks were already down. Mm-hmm. You buy low, sell when it's high. Right now, I would say jump on that Hexo and that Aurora stock, please.
Yep. And as Sydney says, there is a case in Nigeria. Yeah. I've actually heard that it was starting to spread to Africa. Well, they said.
Well, that's because the blacks were messing with the monkeys and stuff like that. You know how that is. They're jumping on the monkeys.
They're saying surprisingly, they're surprised that it hasn't spread more in Africa since there's a lot of Chinese interaction over there.
Right.
So, like I said, we black people like Teflon Don up in here.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, it's just like when I tell people when you travel abroad. As a black man, you can go anywhere you want to go because you're not the problem. So. Right.
And Al says Chipotle has an E-bowl on the menu. What the hell is an E-bowl?
Oh, man. I hope you're really writing this stuff down in a book.
Russell, you says, eat more mushrooms for vitamin D. You know what? I do need to eat more mushrooms. I just got to be in the mood for mushrooms. I got to be in the mood for mushrooms. Like, I'm weird. I like mushrooms, but they just got to say, eat me. Slap you, you'll chuck you.
I mean, you opened the door so many times. I want to say something. I'm not going to say a word.
Yeah, I'm liking. Yes, he says vitamin A. Oh. Al says vitamin A. And Jonelle says with Ebola, they took the white people to the CDC, saved them, and let that one. Yes, they
sure did.
That one brother die of Ebola. Right, Donovan, and those masks could buy the hundreds for low. Now they slower production, right? Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Mm-hmm. And then the prices went up on the masks.
Right, that's okay. Just get you a paper towel like this.
Yeah. Or
how can I help you?
Well, those of us that are from the neighborhood, just get you the old gang scarf, your old little Crip or Blood scarf. Put that on. I mean, something's better than nothing if you're really concerned about it.
Right.
So.
I mean, I'm with you on that one. Mm-hmm. And then you also say, Jonelle, you say. You watched one channel. You watched them all. Mm-hmm. They bank on the masses being sheeple and not thinkers, more or less hateful. Helpful eaters, and those who plant their own food. Meat eaters consider the amount of toxins and chemicals, fear, and parasites that they're selling. We got to take control over our diet's disease, and this ease is a dietarily mainly for a majority. Absolutely, yeah. And I mean that's Jonelle, but you know what? You're making too much sense, man.
It's too much like right.
It's too, like, I want to eat Zuzus and Wham Whams and top ramen and, the sugar. And I don't want to eat no vegetables and, salads.
Yeah. It's funny that we're talking about this because I was in Walmart, which I hate to be in there, but I got to go in there sometimes. And I was getting my weight gain stuff because I'm, I got to maintain a certain thing I got to do. Mm-hmm. And there was plant-based protein. It's a little bit more. It's a little bit more expensive, but I said, you know what? Let me go ahead and grab that, and because I'm trying to let my doctor's recommended to go to more of a plant-based diet.
But as they say, Jonelle, people like to live to eat instead of eat to live. Right.
I'd rather smoke and do my.
It don't
vices.
Taste good. I don't want to eat nothing. I don't like that.
Right.
But then they be, sick all the damn time. And Mark, you say, and for those in denial of the passport rules and regulations, they are changing daily between here and the 54 countries in Africa. You had 12 out of the many that could allow or deny entry in and out who are black. The African Journal says there's only one in the entire country now. It has permission to approve or deny. Wake up. No, absolutely. And I said this on Friday. Get your passports. Mm-hmm. And for those of you guys on the podcast, we're going to come back and switch over to politics, y'all. So bear with us and come on back. And so, no, absolutely. Get your passports. Get your passports.
Absolutely.
You never know when you're gonna have to just chunk up the deuces and just be out of here, right? And Toy was happening. Sasha, you say they're selling masks on Amazon for $100. Yep. I was like, all right, I'm gonna head out. And who's to say they ain't putting no mess up in the mask? Breathe on that.
Right, exactly. and what good is having a mask? Now, me being in the military, we have these Kim masks and stuff. If you ain't got the filter, the mask don't mean nothing.
Right. Exactly.
The filters cost more than the mask.
Alex says, did you ever let Donovan know about the virus letter I got? What, you need to tell me, because I ain't hear about that. What virus you got?
You need to know now.
What kind of virus you got, Al? So anyway, we're going to go ahead and switch over. I don't see any more comments. We're going to talk about politics, especially with what happened yesterday.
Yes, Miss Nancy. Come to my fish fry.
Yeah, so you guys, we're going to transition over that. So I'm going to talk to you guys on Facebook for a second. What else do you guys want to talk about? Anything that we missed? Because like I said, there's a whole lot of things that go on. So please put them in the comment section. And again,